Hi everyone. It's Sunday morning, midday I guess actually. Sitting down, reflected on a lot of the videos that I've observed and viewed, and comments that I've made, and comments that have been given back to me from my initial post video. I tried to do a good job. I wanted to interact with everybody in ways that is comfortable, appreciative, and shows an actual level of interaction and understanding that I also wish to be viewed by. So full disclosure with that. Now, again, just to remind, mine was integrity, encouragement, and strength, and how those core values play into my teaching as well as my interpersonal life and just every aspect of how I view things writ large. As I was viewing, there was a young lady, Miss Skeen, Christy Skeen. She made some positive things, and I reflected and spoke with her, commented, and I appreciated what she said quite a bit. I even viewed the video right before I came on, Miss Griffin and Miss Elizabeth L. Griffin. She really aligned herself really well with a lot of things I think about, and the video that she provided, I thought used great graphics. It helped us to understand her core values much more clearly, especially with her interactions and her commentaries as far as her thoughts. I know how I view about things, but I learn so much more when I view other people's perspective, because the reality is this: I have mine, and I have lots of blind spots because of that. Nobody purposely does anything wrong most of the time, and so just having an open-ended conversation like this is hugely beneficial for me. As teachers, a lot of times what we want most, we don't get to do. And that's sometimes view our colleagues. How do they deal with classroom management? How are they dealing with, for example, how is their encouragement different from mine? Because mine were integrity, core values, integrity, encouragement, strength. And I talk about consistency and how important that is for students to actually buy into what you're trying to teach them and get them to understand. It's massive. It cannot be expressed loudly and strongly enough. If they don't believe in you, it doesn't matter what you tell them. You could have Albert Einstein teaching math. If you can't get their attention, and he knows math, right? They're not going to learn any math from him, because they're going to tune him out. And when I was listening to Miss Griffin's, for example, her thoughts about this, she was aligned very much the same as myself with regards to this idea. Now, I didn't hear everybody's point of view, because there's only so much time we have to see everything, and it gets populated at different times as people finish things within their life and with the circumstances with online learning and graduate work being different from undergraduate work. But I really appreciated this opportunity. It made me really internalize some things differently, because like I said, I just have my view. I can talk to myself all the time. What do you think, Crawford? Well, I think that's a pretty great idea. Do you think that? I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be my own talking ventriloquist hand over here and this one over here. And so hearing actual teachers and those that are in the field and those who are wanting to get into the field, we're all sort of aligned naturally because we're here together in this educational master's cohort. But actually hearing your thoughts is pretty cool, because as teachers, like I said, we're sort of siloed sometimes. Yes, we drop our kids off and we hand them off to this team teacher if we're in a compartmentalized or departmentalized situation, depends. And it matters a lot that we don't silo ourselves and only understand our perspective, because that's how we get locked into just thinking one way is the only way. And we know that's never true. There's lots of different ways. And so viewing the input from my classmates really kind of forced the core value thing to be widened. That lens got widened for me. And I think that's the point, isn't it? The point is that we're gaining information from others that we don't presently have, because we only have one perspective, ours. And when we broaden it and we wonder, how'd they do that? I wonder how they went about doing that. Because I was thinking this, I was watching their videos like, dang it, Griffin, I don't know how to put those graphics in like you just did. I felt bad. I thought, well, she knows something I need to learn maybe. And certainly that's true. And it's much better than asking my daughter who's in college right now, because then she thinks dad's an idiot. But that's all right. That's no, I'm idiotic about some things, but I appreciate the input you've given me. It certainly allowed me, for my integrity and my encouragement and my strength that are my core values, to always reevaluate them and see how they line up year to year, class to class. New faculty and staff happen all the time. Your class is always different, even if they're similar. So I thank all of you for your input. The video to me was like, kind of like, well, it's, yeah, I'm curious, but the pandemic's happened. We've had 2 elections now, and so lots of things have changed, but it's still worth a good listen, because the how question versus why, putting people on defensive, I think is a masterful thing to do. So I enjoyed your videos. I hope that this helps anybody out there, and I enjoy being in this class with you guys. Fork 'em.